raised to rap phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you patronize, you're so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side. And it's smooth how you move, cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can I have the throne? I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it. Thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
Yeah, I guess so.
Now, you've been in the honorable mentions a bunch of times, so what are you out there playing on 2K? You playing neighborhood? You playing rec? What do you like to play?
I mainly play in the rec, but once there's like a 2 times, 3 times, or 4 times rep event, I'll definitely go and hit the event center or the park, especially rival day, help out our fellow South City Vipers, get some W's over other affiliations. So I'm kind of everywhere, but mainly in the rec.
Awesome. Now, when you do play on the park, what is your preference? You like 2s? You like 3s?
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Buenos dias and welcome. 2K Sports presents Cinco de Mayo NBA Basketball. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And let's take a look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Paul George.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Good evening, Kevin. Well, last season, Paul George had a homecoming. He said, as a kid, I pictured playing in L.A., my parents being able to watch me at Staples. I'm not playing for the Clippers. This is home. I'm playing for the home team. It doesn't get any better than that. And Kevin, his family is backing him up. They show up to every game here.
Wow, what a story. David, thank you. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Birch in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Jackson in at the point.
Yeah, Paul George can get very shifty, even with that kind of frame, and he fights his way through the contact.
And George with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Now, here's Siakam. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Morris. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. And finished off by Leonard.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
Here is Lowry. VanVleet outside. Passes it to Anunoby. Here's Birch. Near the three-point line, it's VanVleet. And a little luck that time, but it drops. For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. From deep, George, score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Knocked away. Siakam outside. Jackson against Lowry. Toronto gets it back with a new 14. Now the pass to Anunoby. The 3. Cans it from downtown.
And it's crucial that Anunoby knocks down that jumper, showing how skilled he is from the perimeter.
Here's George. Toronto grabs the miss.
Well, due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward, rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once.
VanVleet can't get it to go.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. To the middle. Here's Siakam. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And that sends Reggie Jackson to the free throw line. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw tonight.
What's up?
The free throw off from Jackson.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Now George, following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. Can't connect from short range. Here's VanVleet. No good on that one. Clippers leading by 6. The 3 from George. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for Toronto. VanVleet wide open. They get it back. Birch. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Well, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
And that one's good. Leonard.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Siakam throws it down.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst, Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Got that one up quick. George has got 15 points.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Let's see how the seeds look out west going into the playoffs. You take a look at the Clippers. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run.
And right now for the Clippers, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. And they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
VanVleet against George. Here's Siakam. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
I'm just so impressed with Siakam's offensive improvement over the years. I mean, he's mastering the ability to play in attack mode.
And he makes the first. Now the regular season coming to a close, Greg. Some call these the dog days of the year. Winning teams ready for the playoffs, and lottery teams sometimes ready to hang it up and call it quits. It's kind of an interesting dynamic.
No doubt, Kevin. A lot of teams still have something to play for, whether it's fighting to make the playoffs or seeding. These games matter. And then with the younger teams, young players are trying to secure their future moving forward, and teams that are doing a great job of evaluating and determining whether or not they want some of those guys on the roster the following year.
Very interesting.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
You wonder if Paul George finally has a situation here where he could show why he's an elite player, why he's an all-star, but to pay off how hungry he is to prove it with a late postseason run.
And both free throws good for Paul George. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Raptors trail by 12. VanVleet looking around. Right wing. Siakam trying to free himself up. And there's VanVleet on the assist by Lowry.
And how about the experience of Lowry on
Too much at that. Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for Toronto. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously.
Come on.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. VanVleet's got 3 assists tonight. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Toronto. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The Raptors also with a sub. Trent's checked in. Raptors trail by 11. In the corner, it's VanVleet. Toronto working the ball around now. Nailed from three-point land. VanVleet's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Raptors. VanVleet's gone 4-7 in field goal attempts tonight. 57%. Rondo's shot is good.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Kennard against VanVleet. Floats one. Got a piece of it. And here is Cousins. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Rondo. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Better outside when he gets into a rhythm or when he gets his feet set. Rondo's smart at knowing when to fire.
And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. A new group in now for the Raptors. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Siakam. Stanley Johnson comes in for OG Anunoby. Rodney Hood's checked in for Fred VanVleet. And DeAndre Bembry subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Inside. That shot missing. Good D by Rondo. Clippers leading by 13. Here's Mann. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Yeah, in this offense and in this structure, there's going to be opportunities to get a lot more assists for Cousins.
Here's Bembry. He's covered by Rondo. Bembry the pass to Trent. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. This one for 3. Bembry misses. On offense, here are the Clippers. Big stretch here going 10-2. Here's Cousins. Toronto grabs the miss.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Bembry kicks to Hood. Pass to Johnson. Here's Bembry. Takes a three. And with the rebound.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Here's Rondo, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And you got to be up a little bit more on Rondo, capable of draining those kind of jumpers.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Bembry.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins.
One shot.
Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Chance to check out the stats for Rajon Rondo. How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's around 6 points per game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
Bembry misses.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Making free throws a big key for any team. Let's see the best in the NBA. The Clippers, number 1. In fourth, the Raptors.
Both teams really well served to be very aggressive attacking the rim because of how well they shoot the ball at the free throw line.
And the first one at the line is good.
Stanley Johnson has seen some success at an early age. In high school, 4 Division I state championships and California's Mr. Basketball, along with being a first-team All-American. It's an easy reason to see why it is he was one of the top players in the country.
So Johnson hits 2 of them. Here's Rondo. He has 7. Kennard for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's Trent. What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. That one goes in. Toronto shooting at around 44% in the early goings here. Pass to Trent. Here's Bembry. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Johnson. Good. Nice job down low.
Now, Stanley Johnson has some power to his game.
Baines passes to Bembry. Here's Johnson. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Johnson with the block. Put on the wing. He's covered by Rondo. Here's Baines. Hits the jump hook.
Heads up play by Rodney Hood.
Los Angeles leading by 20. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Rondo's shot is good. Rondo's got 9.
He's firing on all cylinders. Has to be happy with his 4 of 5 shooting from the field so far.
Here's Bembry. Lays it up and banks it in.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Offensive rebound. Patterson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter. This time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens. Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, it's a physical game, obviously, but, a lot of it is mental. So, just, making sure you're thinking while you're out there is, one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
Greg, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
Welcome back, everyone. We hope everyone is enjoying their Cinco de Mayo as we get back into NBA basketball on 2K Sports. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Man in at the small forward. The Raptors have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And he can't get the first one. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Clippers leading by 23. There's Jackson with the three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And you don't have to tell Jackson to take that kind of shot. He's going to every time.
Toronto's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Jackson. From past the arc. He can't get that one to fall. So the Raptors will take it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Shots good by Baines. Baines has got his second basket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Bembry. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Leonard, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Leonard's got 11 points.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Hood gets the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Jackson. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Toronto. It's good.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Here's Bembry. He's covered by Leonard. Poked loose, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Paul George in for Kennard. Kem Birch is checked in for the Raptors. So it's Toronto now. Trent can't hit.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Now, the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One shot.
Free throw good, Paul George. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Out to the right wing. For 3, VanVleet. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 6 assists now in the game. Clippers have gotten all but 1 of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. The 3 from George. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
And here's VanVleet from the arc. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers, a skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
Siakam for 3. Good on the triple. Siakam's got 12 in the game.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Pass to VanVleet. Launches it. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's good. George has got 31.
Yeah, which ways tonight has Paul George not made an impact in this game? A one-man wrecking crew.
VanVleet kicks to Siakam. That's good from Lowry on the assist by Siakam. Lowry's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Anunoby against Morris. And the pass to VanVleet. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Toronto's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Pass to Birch. Lowry with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Second chance shot. Birch's shot's good. Birch has got his first points of the game.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
And the basket by Jackson.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game?
Toronto's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. And Lowry gets it to go.
You know, there was a time when three-point shooting was a liability for Lowry, but the guy has put in the time, and now he is a solid option from deep.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Toronto's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. And the Raptors call time here. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins. A moment here now to see the numbers for Fred VanVleet.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Jackson against Lowry. Out to the wing. Here's Anunoby. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Anunoby's got 10 points in the game.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Toronto's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Siakam passes to Lowry. And the 3 off target.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Here's Lowry. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. He's got 10.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Morris with the bucket.
And the confidence of Morris. Even with the hand in his face, he knows he can deliver.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Lowry passes to Siakam. Here's Birch. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
George pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. George has got 35 in the game. And last season, Marcus Morris's name, one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Toronto shooting well, 50% from the floor. VanVleet with the bucket. VanVleet's got 7 points for the quarter.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Jackson, that's good.
And the three-pointers are starting to add up. That's his 3rd of the quarter, and it brings him to 4 on the game.
Siakam looking around. Pass to Birch. Siakam inside. Covered by Morris. Shots good by Siakam.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
Saw the box score the next day and thought about those percentages. They had guys just going off in that one.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. LA has gotten hot from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
And Rondo playing with great energy right now, putting the defense in some very difficult spots.
The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Rondo.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
And Rondo drops them both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Toronto shooting it very well, 54% from the floor in the second quarter. And Lowry gets it to go.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants. And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Leonard attacking. Look at that.
Yeah, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
Here's VanVleet. He's got 17. Over to the left wing. And a wide open look for Siakam. A quick shot there, and it's off target. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And George with the stuff.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Got a piece of it. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
The Clippers have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And some changes here for the Raptors. Johnson, he's checked in for Siakam. Rodney Hood subbed in for Fred VanVleet. That's good from George. Here's Trent. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Outside Lowry. To the inside. Here's Hood. It's blocked. Rondo against Lowry. Offensive rebound. Leonard. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Trent, and there's the pass to Baines. To the paint, here's Johnson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Johnson's got 8 points.
Yeah, Johnson can bang down low and move a guy back to help create space to convert.
And the Clippers call time here. Members checked in for Kyle Lowry. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. 5th, the Clippers.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Here's Rondo. It's hauled in by the Raptors. 1:04 left now here in the second. Lets it fly. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 5 rebounds tonight.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Toronto shooting well, 50% from the floor. Down low. And the dunk by Baines.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
Yeah, there's no excuse right there for not covering one of the guys on the floor, and that's Rondo around the rim where he can score.
Raptors shooting it quite well, 52% from the field in the second quarter. Here's Trent. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's George. And he gets it to go. George has got 45 points.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Here's Trent. Paul George with the steal. There's the steal. Here's Bembry. Hood for three. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Los Angeles, holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points. And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. He lets the production speak for itself.
Maybe that's why George has handpicked Kawhi to team up with. The only drama George causes is to the opponent.
Yeah, he has all the tools to be MVP, but for him, it's not about the awards. He's focused on the titles.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
What a menace he was on defense through the first two quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Toronto, setting the floor for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet, and it's Birch in at center. Siakam's shot is off.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
VanVleet outside. Raptors moving the ball around. Birch kicks to Anunoby. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Anunoby's got 13.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And another for Jackson, a streaky score, but when he gets hot, watch out.
Here's VanVleet, and he drops in the layup off the glass. VanVleet's got 19 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
For three, VanVleet, and again, Toronto with the triple.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Toronto grabs the miss.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Passes it to Anunoby. From the arc, knocks down the three ball. 16 points for him.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm. Ooh, that's a great matchup for him just because of the size difference right there. He makes that mid-range shot at a very high percentage.
Here's Siakam. And the rejection by Cousins.
How about Cousins with some gritty defense there, showing off his intimidating length on that rejection.
Jumps up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Birch the pass to VanVleet. Over to the wing. The pass to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
A really good decision there from Paul George, quick to find the open man.
Now here's VanVleet. He's got 22. Now Siakam. And the rejection by Zubac. But he stays with it. They get it back. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Cousins. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Kennard in for Paul George. The Raptors have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Lowry kicks to Siakam. Here's Birch, and he goes in for the dunk.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Tipped away and stolen by Patterson. Here's Kennard. Great D that time from VanVleet. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. And the shot goes in from Siakam.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Here's Patterson. Misses off the left iron. The Raptors have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. Anunoby finds Siakam. Lets it go with a 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Zubac's with it. Lowry picks him up. Goes up on the wing. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Batum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page. And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Out left to the wing. 3-pointer, Lowry. Here's Birch. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his second.
For Toronto, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Zubac. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. so he gets them both. Ring shot on the way. Rebound by the Raptors. Siakam's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Morris with the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
16 feet away, and Nicholas Batum the bucket on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists now tonight. And for the Raptors, they're shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Here's Siakam. Bucket is good. Siakam's got 10 points here in the second half.
And the handles and confidence of Siakam both have grown just so much. Zero hesitation taking that one to the rack.
Now the Raptors moving it up. VanVleet with the ball. Good work there as it goes. VanVleet's got 7 now in this quarter. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Yep, can be a threat from the mid-range whenever Rondo looks to get it going from there.
Siakam up top, defended by Batum. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Thursday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Sunday, they'll host the New York Knicks.
And looking at the Hornets matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Free throw good, Siakam.
After a quiet first couple seasons in the league, Siakam really took off in year 3 when he helped the Raptors win their first NBA championship.
Siakam hits them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Here's Rondo, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Rondo's got 15 points.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
Inside, Siakam. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. VanVleet's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Here's Kennard. Again, the Clippers.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
The Raptors shooting at 51%. Really solid. Here's VanVleet. The teardrop falls in. VanVleet's got 26.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Kennard's shot is off. To the left side wing. Here's Trent, and the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Toronto. Stanley Johnson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Look at Toronto. It hasn't been a great season for them. We may see some changes in the offseason.
And for the Raptors, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
And you have to wonder just how different this team will look next season, from players to possibly coaches, maybe every level of the organization.
To the paint, here's VanVleet. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Morris. Again, Los Angeles.
And a guy who was considered somewhat NBA ready when he entered the league. It's taken Morris a few years to get used to it, but now he's starting to be a consistent contributor.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. It's going to be VanVleet shooting. It's on Rajon Rondo. The Raptors have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
One shot.
Free throw good, VanVleet. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Shoots from the elbow. Here's Trent. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Rajon Rondo. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and Toronto making a change here. Bembry's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Kennard. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. He was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
Well, not that wide open. You're given a juicy gift by the defense. You got to sink your teeth into it.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
DeAndre Bembry taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Luke Kennard. Both shots good from the stripe. The Clipper shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. Got that bucket in no time at all. Morris has got 10.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but It's importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Lets it go from the wing, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Toronto shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Here's Trent from outside off the mark. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. Batum inside the three-point line. Here's Morris, 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Trent passes to Baines. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. 8 points for him.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
1:11 left here in the third quarter.
Los Angeles foul call.
Let's take a look at the teams that have done a great job of converting turnovers into points since the All-Star break. The Raptors third.
And since the break, we've seen them ambush their opponents with that attacking brand of defense. And boy, have they reaped the rewards offensively.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. 1:09 left in the third. Here's George. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Bembry the pass to Johnson. Here's Bembry. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. And the Raptors miss again. Leonard finds George. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. Here's Trent, defended by George. And there it is for him.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Farrell, shot is good off the back rim and in. Farrell's got his first 2 points. The Raptors shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, the defense has failed to cut off any of these driving lanes, which is why they're resorting to fouling him, and he's hurting them from the charity stripe. So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Outside, George, and so it's Los Angeles with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break.
I be rocking the show if I'm not up in the
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And for the Clippers, their shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. They've got Farrell. He's out there with Paul George. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Morris. And it's Oturu in at the power forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Bembry shot good.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
And not a next-level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
Here's Bembry. Good on the wing. Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Johnson with the block. And the basket by Oturu.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Trent and block. That one goes careening off the glass. Puts it up from 15. Again, the Clippers.
George out there moving the rock and figuring out where his teammates were to have success on that possession.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Trent. Hood for three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Cousins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Yeah, there's just no hesitation right now on these pull-up Jays. Cousins has this on lockdown.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And the dunk by Bain.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Johnson.
Well, height and length at that position for Paul George, that's problematic for a defender, and he used his size to draw the foul that time.
2 shots.
Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah. Free throw good, Paul George. Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Morris. That one misses. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Watanabe. The three-pointer, no good. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Jackson, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Jackson's got 24. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Flynn with it. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Shots good by Baines. Baines has got 4 points in the quarter.
He has still not missed a shot. Where would they be today without him?
Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Again, Los Angeles.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
For Toronto, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Knocks it loose. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Well, if he's hitting shots from there, he becomes so much more dangerous.
Raptors shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. Outside Flynn. To the inside. And the layup is good.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Watson, he's checked in for Toronto. For Toronto, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Flynn with it. Well, we know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower-tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
And the Clippers call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
It's got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
I go out and I do what I want to. On the run through, I'ma need my funds too. I'm the one, they all know it when I come through. This that sauce, they ain't never matches. Racks on racks on racks. Yeah. How can I lax? How can I lax? Second I move. Yeah. Made my own bars. Still I don't lack. Racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. Yeah. How can I lax? How can I lax? Second I move. Made my own bars, still I don't lack. I need racks on racks on racks. This is no rap. I'm on that fast. Yeah, I gotta catch it.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Here's Cousins. Again, the Clippers.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
To the middle, here's Johnson, and Johnson with the stuff.
Johnson enjoying that dunk that time, an easy two.
Johnson's got nearly everything to drop for him, shooting 5 of 6 from the field. Cousins. Outside for Jackson. Here's Cousins. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. For Toronto, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Count that bucket.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And the Clippers call time here. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. The Clippers shooting has been sensational, 75% for the game. The shot's good.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Here's Flynn. Misses the three.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Cousins inside, covered by Flynn, and Cousins gets it to go.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Shot's good by Watanabe.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Farrell, and again the Clippers good for two. And here is Flynn. We hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game.
Pass to Baines, trying his luck from deep. The shot will not fall, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And again, the Clippers turn it over. Toronto's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Pass to Johnson. That's tipped. Passes to Watson. Back to Baines. Shot clock at 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Here's Farrell. Nice shot from the wing. Farrell's got 10 points now just in this quarter. Toronto shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Outside Flynn. The pass to Johnson. Fires the three. And with the rebound. Mann's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Puts it up. Again, the Clippers. Here is Flynn. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope or don't rock the boat, or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve. But with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far. And I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. It's good.
Assist goes to
And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Over Flynn. Another shot. Toronto grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Watson, the pass to Johnson. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson.
Well, Johnson getting it going offensively here tonight. Let's see if he can stay within himself to stay hot.
Farrell. It's hauled in by Watanabe. Toronto shooting 55% in the fourth. They are executing late. Watson with it. Jackson on him. Outside Flynn fires the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Flynn's got his first 3 points of the game.
They're kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Clippers making a change here.
Substitution for the Clippers. Marcus Morris. Daniel Oturu.
And here are the Raptors now.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for George.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
And the Clippers call time here. They're ahead by 35. 55 seconds left in the fourth.
Who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise!
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. The Clippers shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Here's Watanabe. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Cousins. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And the dunk by Bain.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
Raptors ball. Coming from the floor for your Clippers, Patrick Patterson.
To the wing on the left. There's the three. Watanabe, no good. On the wing, Morris. Again, the Clippers.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, the play of the reserves was great tonight. What does that say about this team?
You know, that's what's great about us. We have a great bench coming in right behind us, picking up the tempo and playing great and playing great defense as well.
Well, it was a team effort tonight that got you the victory, man. I appreciate your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.